I wrote this story after the morning responding meditation session where I look at what people say in our Buddhagang spaces and sometimes respond. Sometimes I just watch and learn, see what people think. It's often a bummer, but then I meet good friends and it's awesome, so I keep going. But this is a story. Prem Das and the Wanderer are going back and forth talking about the teaching. This engaged Buddhism teaching, this Bodhisattva path. Same difference.
It's always a vow, always the cultivation of bodhicitta, the woke mind. Bodhicitta means seeing clearly enough to know the pain of others is not different from one's own. The vow follows naturally. Prem said this once again to the Wanderer, who already knew it. The Wanderer nodded. When beings begin to understand karma, and when they apply what they understand more. The field opens up. The mind becomes more steady, so the teachings can land. The view deepens. There is no separation between clarity and compassion. There's no true realization of emptiness without love. That's how you know if someone gets it. They stop harming. They show up. Too many talk about emptiness as if it meant that nothing matters. But emptiness never meant nothingness. The ancients said it again and again. The ones who actually practiced knew this in their bones. Emptiness means appearance is not what it seems. It arises dependently. There are no separate things. That doesn't mean nothing is real. It means everything is made of everything else. That's why it matters. The Wanderer added, this is what they tried to show us when he said into being. It's not soft language. It's the actual realization of the view. It means interdependence, interpenetration, and mutual non-interference. It means everything touches everything, and there's no solid ground for hate. So, if you hurt others, you hurt yourself. And if you care for others, you care for self. When beings understand this, they stop looking for a personal escape. They stop trying to withdraw into some imagined separate peace. That's not what the Buddha taught. Mahayana made this impossible to ignore. Bodhisattvas don't retreat from the world. They enter it more deeply, because there are beings here who suffer, and those beings matter. The Wanderer looked out at the world and said, people praise what is blameworthy and ignore what must be dismantled. Even some who call themselves Buddhists, even some who say the words emptiness and karma. But if you look at what they protect and what they ignore, it becomes clear they've misunderstood. If there's no love, no vow, no responsibility, then the teaching has been twisted by delusional identification of things and persons as Atman. It happens often. Prem replied, that's why we speak, that's why we study, that's why we remember. We don't pretend beings are not beings just because the pujala is empty. We don't pretend injustice is just a dream. Conventional reality is real enough to suffer in. It's real enough to liberate beings through, and no liberation is separate from that. The Wanderer said, so we keep going, for the sake of those who don't yet see it, for the sake of those who suffer, for the sake of those who've confused apathy for wisdom. That's what bodhisattvas do. That's what we're doing. They walked on in silence for a while, but the conversation was still happening. It never really stopped.